inocente, sinaloense, soy un racha who want beef. Real pound dealers give a fuck about enemies. Put them on a leash with my OG, smoking OG. Yeah.
Warning, the following videos aren't intended to hurt and or bully anyone. It's solely my job in salvation to report on what's going on with the YouTube community and give my opinion because my opinion matters. Sorry about that. Weenie Hut Jr. discretion is advised.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Francisco back at it again with another banger of a video. If you're new to this channel and you end up subscribing, welcome aboard to the Panchita familia. First and foremost, make sure you turn your bell notifications on so you never miss out the juiciest of the juiciest cheese, man. And I know when you guys are eating, you always need a video to be playing. This could always be potentially your video while you're munching, getting the munchies on. But aside from that, let's go ahead and get started with this week's Freaker of the Weeker, and it goes to...
Elsy should have put, if he's on SoundCloud, red flag, red flag, red flag.
Now, the first thing we're actually going to get into, did you guys see with Elsy Guevara? Now, if you guys missed her video yesterday, she actually posted a video with an update situation about what's been going on with her. And we actually didn't even know that she was actually going in court, that she was actually fighting a couple of court cases with her ex, baby daddy, the one who's always angry, the one who's always triggered on Twitter. And now we figured out as to, why he was actually very triggered this whole time and very angry. But if you guys missed it, she was falsely accused of things that she didn't do.
I have yet to speak about it because it is a very delicate situation. It's a very sensitive topic, so traumatizing for me. It's just been so intense. This is why I had court on Thursday. I was actually charged with two serious, and when I mean serious, I mean very serious charges back in, I believe it was like end of August. I'm not too sure. I think it was end of August. I was falsely accused of something I did not do, and it has been so crazy for me and my family. When everything went down, my family went crazy in a way where they just couldn't believe what was happening. So when I showed up to court with my attorney, as soon as we got there, the judge actually told us that the DA rejected that case. And me and my attorney were so happy because God knows the truth. He listens, he hears, he sees. And karma's a that's all I have to say.
Now, we did get access to the public records on the court documentations of Elijah's statement. It's the reason why the video actually took a little bit longer, because I had to call my lawyers and hit them up with the cinema finema. Is it okay if I talk about this? And they hit me with the cinema finema. You're good. You're good. You're good. I don't understand. If it's public record, why these websites, they're being some fiends and making me pay just to get in the damn documents. I had to pay $50. So can a brother get a little bit of love right now and just pause the video and hit me with the subscription? I'm not asking for no cash apps. I ain't asking for none of that boo-boo. But the way you can't help a brother from the bottom of my heart, hit me with the subscription. Let's try to hit 200,000 subscribers. But in this court documentation, after paying 50 bolas and then some, because each documentation was a little bit extra, I said, okay, $50, we're good. And then once I get in the damn site, they want to charge another damn leg. I said, what? So make sure you subscribe to the channel. No cash app needed. And in this documentation, we found some shocking news, and this happened.
I have filed my request for a domestic violence restraining order as the respondent has continued to exhibit very violent and aggressive behaviors towards me, resulting in me being in a perpetual state of anxiety. The respondent is very well connected given her positions as social media influencer and recently threatened me that she had friends and family members that she would inflict physical harm on me at her behest. The most recent altercation occurred on August 22nd, which led to the respondent arrest and charged with felony spousal battery and child abuse without gross bodily injury, as the respondent attacked me while I was holding our daughter. I respectfully request that the court consider the following in the support of my request to ensure my continued safety and well-being, as well as the health and safety of our minor child. As detailed above, the respondent was arrested on August 22nd, after her most recent physical attack directed at me and our daughter. The respondent and I were engaged in a relational disagreement which had been going on for a few days. Protracted arguments had become commonplace since our daughter was born, and I was growing accustomed to being the victim of the respondent's verbal assaults. My coping mechanism was to simply take our daughter and walk into the other room, which was sometimes effective in ensuring that the respondent did not escalate beyond insults and verbal threats. On this particular occasion, however, the respondent seemed intent on escalating our argument. I was in the living room area of our home giving our daughter a bottle when the respondent entered the room, and I can hear she was on FaceTime call with her sister, who, being equally as impulsively combative as a respondent, appeared to be fueling growing rage. They were making disparaging comments about me, and I heard her sister say that she was gonna send her father of her child to beat me up. And I did my best to ignore those taunts and continue to feed my daughter as the respondent stood directly in front of me and shoved her phone into my face so that her sister could berate me directly. The respondent was holding her face directly above our daughter, potentially endangering her, developing cranium, prompting me to move out the way, and I did not want the respondent to accidentally throw her phone, as she has done in the past, with my daughter's head so close to her hands. And my reaction made the respondent even more triggered. She began to claw and scratch me with her acrylic nails and eventually pulled her right arm back and swung at me and hit me with the mic, hitting me squarely in my ribs. And I felt it right on the side of my body. And I stumbled back from the force of her swing while I clung onto my daughter, shielding her with my body. As the respondent continued to act in gross disregard for the safety of our child, I proceeded to swing my daughter to the other side of my body. As despite my wanting to live up to my societal gender role as a physically strong man, I was writhing in pain. I now maintained my composure and I walked into another room to call the sheriff's department. The respondent followed close behind me as I walked from room to room. I finally decided to make the call with the respondent standing in the same room, and as I was genuinely concerned that she was not calming down, she had just assaulted me in the presence of our daughter while I was holding her and our daughter was crying. None of the factors seemed sufficient to quell her temper. So I actually skipped 8, 9, and 10 because they weren't that important, but getting back on track, I was sleeping in the master bedroom where we were startled awake by the respondent and her sister, which is Elsy, who barged into the room demanding that we get out. Apparently after posting bail and being released from jail, I'm back. He really thought though. The respondent was even more agitated. She said, you really thought you were gonna get rid of me, baby? And then she had been the day before and was yelling at the top of her lungs. She threw my clothing, my PlayStation, and other personal items on the front lawn of our home. God damn, it kind of reminds me of Princess May when she kicked out Mr. Wonton the Wonton. I stood in disbelief that the respondent had destroyed my property again with little regard of her actions the day before. So in number 13, he's basically saying that his relationship with her is very casual and he didn't find out the true nature of her until he moved in. But number 14, this only became worse and worse after our daughter was born. The respondent began to drink heavily and seemed disinterested in her new role as a daughter's mother. I work as a SoundCloud rapper, do you feel me? And she works as a social media influencer during the days. This meant that I fell into the role as our daughter's primary caregiver, leaving the respondent to care for her during the nights when she slept. The respondent was aware of the vocation when we got together, but I convinced herself that I wasn't working. A SoundCloud is not a job, you feel me? Sorry about that. But going out with friends, this was usually the source of our arguments. On June 3rd, we had another argument about me having to go to work. I sat with the respondent on the sofa at home as I explained to her what I felt like for the millionth time that I was going to work, that I loved her, and I would come back immediately after I was done recording. The respondent would not accept my assurances this time, and I found myself dodging one swing after the other one, dodging them like the Matrix, mainly aimed at my head and shoulders. And as I covered my head with my arms, the respondent pummeled me with both arms with a closed fist, and I ate that one. And when I tell you I felt that thing, we were 2 feet away, and I felt something rather than nothing. And as soon as the phone hit my face, I felt the blood. It began to tickle down my face on the ground. The respondent, seeing the blood gush from my face, she said sorry about that, vowing to call the authorities for herself for what she had done. I told her that I accepted her apology, and I asked her, don't call the police, that everything's okay, baby girl. This was the first time that she had ever drawn blood, except from, the scratch marks that she leaves me. Oh, but she didn't learn her lesson. Since weeks after that, she physically assaulted me in the car as we drove from her friend's baby shower the respondent had when she had too much to drink. I finally got her to leave as her daughter was with us, and the respondent became upset for something I said, and before I knew it, she was throwing punches, mink, in the passenger seat of the car, and our daughter was again witnessing her mother attack me. I called the police, but I was informed that they could not discharge since we had already left the scene. And I further request of our daughter with no visitation from the respondent pending further hearing in this matter. The respondent has made it clear that she is incapable or unwilling to consider our daughter's best interest, and my concern is that she will cause our children even further harm by her inability to regulate her emotions and control her temper.
Sácate la lengua. I should get a damn Nobel Prize because I haven't edited now, but I already know I'm about to talk over all that boo-boo. Damn, I'm a good reader, baby. Aside from being the best reader in California Boulevard, we actually learned in this statement, Elijah was accusing her of a lot of things. He wanted full custody. He wanted a restraining order. He was scared for his life with Elsy. And aside from that, he wanted some moolah. Elijah really said, here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Oh, dollar, dollar. And aside from that, you know, to me, it was just kind of funny. You know, I'm not sure if this was true or wasn't true. Now, you do have to remember that these cases were dropped. So that's why Elsy made this video. And this was all dropped because allegedly Elsy didn't do anything. Now, I did see Elsy did go to juvie. She did hit the cinema jail. And then she got the bail. They hit her with the, sorry about that. We're trying to hit her with the bail. You're out, skis. But she was released on bail. And then we found out that this was dropped. So to my knowledge, I am thinking that this wasn't true if the case was dropped towards Elsy, because I think if she was abusing Elijah and there's actually concrete facts and evidence, something would happen. And the statement kind of reminded me of the whole Landon. Like, it kind of looked like he had Landon next to him and they were probably writing it, and then Trey Carter in the back seat and Austin. Like, when they wrote that statement, it looked like Landon, Austin, and Trey Carter, and everybody was in the same vehicle, and they're like, that's the one, bro. Keep writing that, bro. Bro, you're good right there, right there. But aside from that, make sure to comment down below as to what do you guys think of this situation with Mr. Elijah accusing her of things and then the case actually being dropped. And actually, speaking of Landon, did you guys see that he was actually getting brought up on TikTok for allegedly going out, you know, when he was dating Shyla, and I guess some video resurfaced?
Video resurfaced of Landon McDermott partying with women when he was with Shyla.
The only issue with that, I think this video was a little bit after Shyla, to my knowledge. And aside from that, we can tell because he has like the dog chains on, and he wasn't actually wearing the dog chains until recently, you know, the ones that are like really up to his neck. Like, the brother looks like he can't breathe on those damn necklaces. Yeah, feel me. And aside from that, we already know Shyla doesn't give a flying Dublin about him anymore, so it doesn't really matter who he's with. Yeah, feel me. And did you guys see some shocking, revealing news about some Hispanic young lady? Now, I'm not too sure who she was, but a lot of people were DMing me saying, oh my God, she got divorced. No way. Then I was thinking to myself, who is she? No disrespect to her. Yeah, feel me. But if a lot of people were DMing me, I guess she's like a good couple. And I guess she's getting a divorce. Oh my.
I'm getting a divorce. That's it. Half of you are confused. Get it. I was all over the place because I am all over the place. I went public because the other person made things public. So moving forward, anything he does, it's not my business / problem. I will be holding back from posting because I always feel like I gotta explain myself. I'm also not doing this for attention. It's actually humiliating, but it is what it is. Y no más para adelante vamos. I'm receiving DMs of my soon-to-be ex-husband on dating sites. I just want to publicly say he can do whatever he wants. He's no longer my problem. I hope whoever ends up with him runs a background check and doesn't fall like I did.
I think to my knowledge, they were like the perfect couple. You belong with me. You belong with me. Rip. And then it said sorry about that. Some people were saying he was on dating websites. We're not too sure how accurate that is. She did actually confirm this on Twitter and said that she doesn't care anymore because they're getting a divorce. And did you guys see out in space, you know, the billionaires, they're having like a space battle? Yeah, feel me. My and I always bring this up because they're leaving a bunch of pollution when they're going up in space. You know, I would like to go to space too. Yeah, feel me. I can't be a hater. Yeah, feel me. And I would like to see the space, but we do have to make in consideration all the smoke and everything going up because those to shoot all the rockets up. You know, you're leaving a bunch of. You know, it kind of seems like the billionaires want to leave Earth as and then go somewhere else and say goodbye. But aside from that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here for you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to comment. Those two things help us the most to boost to new chismosos and chismosas. Follow my social media and have a great day.
Ok, tienes que ir empezando a parar. Cuando llegues a la stop, vas a parar, vas a hacer una izquierda porque puede haber gente. Para.
Why are you yelling at me? I get
Rafi, no
nervous.
entiendes. Te digo para con tiempo y no lo haces.
She's yelling at me.
Tú que eres de metiche. Apaga eso, no grabes. ¿Esto es serio?
Look at his face.
Bye.